My name is Vivian, and you're on We Vibe Higher. And today's segment is about why you should never settle. And I'm sorry if I'm whispering. I've literally tried to make a video for like the last few days, and I was like, I don't want to. But then I'm like, okay, like, what is the point of this? Is to like embrace who you are and to really never settle on yourself, on school, on your life, on your heart, on your intuition, on your spirit, nothing. So I think I might talk louder. Hopefully I don't get yelled at. So why you should never settle. If you're comfortable settling, just disregard this video. I do not judge you. I totally understand if it's comfortable, if you prefer it. I'm sorry, I'm like hearing people upstairs. I don't know if you can. Probably not, whatever, done talking about it. If it's comfortable, if it's all you know, if it's all you would prefer just because it's safe, totally understandable. This isn't for you. This is for someone who is around people who are stuck settling and it's something that they don't want. And that's not saying that you're better than them, it's just that you know that your calling is much deeper than what's around you. And you should never settle because you're the only one hurting. There's a reason why you see life the way you do. There's a reason why you go through the things you do. And how like sad would that be if you went through all of those things for no reason, for an average life, for an average home, for an average income, for an average lifestyle, for an average spouse. Like, it just doesn't sound like really fun. It doesn't really sound like it would fit you. And if you feel like you have to cut and mold yourself to fit somewhere instead of being celebrated, you shouldn't have to settle for that. You shouldn't have to settle for that. If you feel like you bring so much more to the table, I'm here to tell you to do it. I know that I've always had a feeling that I was a little different, and I always wanted to make a YouTube channel. When I was like 11 years old, I used to make videos on here about reviewing books. I've deleted them all because who wants to watch that? But I'm 21 now, and I'm going back to it because I have a great job, but it's not something that I yearn for. And I have really big dreams, and I'm here to help support you in those big dreams. I think that if your heart is in art, if your heart's in music, if your heart's in carrying, if your heart's in like researching into big things, if your heart's into anything that really coincides with your soul, you need to do it. And you need to do it because you were meant for that. And something that I've learned and something that I've heard through so many other people is like, if you settle, it's gonna keep hurting you and hurting you and hurting you. And I know, I'm not saying this is like a lot of people's anxiety, but I know a lot of my anxiety comes from me settling, me doing things that I don't really want to do, me hanging out with people that I don't really want to hang out with, me dealing with situations I really don't want to, but it's comfortable. And I made an oath to myself that if I'm going to make this channel, I'm not going to settle in anything. I know I might look crazy. I kept my face or my eye makeup on because I thought it looked really cool. But like besides that, I'm in pajamas. I was actually going to work out, but I was watching this YouTube channel and I'm seeing all these people do it and they're following their passions. And I don't see why I shouldn't have to follow mine. I just want to help people, and I want to show people that you can live the life that you were intended, because if you're settling, you're not living the life you intend, and that's hurting you. And it's hurting your soul, and you really have to nourish yourself and nurture that part of you that isn't getting fulfilled. Because if you have kids, or you have a significant other, or you have a sibling, or if you have a friend or a coworker or whoever who needs advice and you're telling them to follow their dreams but you're not following your own, like, you're not really helping follow the path. And if you've always wanted that path, I'm here to tell you to do it. The scariest part is just starting. And one of the most awesome thing is that when you start, you can really see where you're gonna go. There's a lot of things I should be doing right now, and I'm going to do after this, but I feel like I need to make my first video. I tried to make a video for like 20 minutes and it just, I don't know, it wasn't me. The lighting was like shit. I mean, the lighting is shit now. I'm in my bathroom behind my shower, talking to a camera. telling you why you should never settle. And if you're like, what would you know? I want to make this channel where I don't. And that might include different conversations that I have, that I think about myself. I'm really into like deep rooted stuff, or following like DIYs I've always wanted to do, or showing you my Zen doodling book, or me just showing you my life. That I'm gonna be, I guess, our experiment of me not settling. I'm actually studying for a test, and if I pass this test, which I know I will, I'm manifesting it, I will put all the tips of what I did to really help, because I need this to support me until I open up my nonprofit and I live on my commune and I'm just hanging out with groovy people all the time. So, that being said, don't settle. I care about you. If you need someone to watch because you're like, okay, like, what do you know? Like, what's up? I want to sell clothes. I want to sell my coloring book. I want to make tarot cards, oracle cards. If you're not into that kind of stuff, totally understand. I'll have different segments for different people's, because the last thing I want to do is push something down your throat. But that is going to be a big part of my stuff. What you know is spirituality and how it connects with your heart and your soul. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.